What did playing for Team USA do for you? I mean, you had such a great year last year. How did that help you build even for this year?
It was a great summer. Got to play with some of the top talent in the country, and getting to learn from those guys and their mentalities and how they go about the game was definitely huge for me. It was just a fun process, and got to learn from some of the guys you're used to competing against. But it was just a really good learning process, and it was fun to build those relationships outside of baseball as well. So it was an awesome summer.
What's the one thing that stands out in particular about this team? Coach mentioned a lot how close you guys have been, and Zach was talking about how you guys have had to kind of do it on your own because of the new staff and everything. What's the biggest thing you've seen in this team?
We're incredibly close, like Coach said, and like Zach said. It's cool to see how we've bonded from the very beginning. The freshmen, I think, really helped that out a lot because they came in willing to learn. It came in respectfully, and they respected the older guys, which a lot of the guys come in and think they're entitled to stuff. These guys really came in wanting to work, and I feel like that's something we've all done throughout the program. So just the closest to the program, close to the guys, and it's been awesome to be part of, and I'm excited to see how it translates to some wins. So
Who's the fastest guy on the team?
Oh, me. Marcus Carson will disagree, but I'm faster than Marcus, so I got the numbers to prove it.
All right. So you actually get out there and run and race against each other?
We ran 2 separate weeks. We ran 60-yard dashes and timed them. I think he got me the first week, but I got him the second week, and the second week was more recent, so I'm going to say I'm faster.
Now, you mentioned your experience over the summer. I think you traveled in the Far East some, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that experience.
It was incredible. I've never been outside of the country before, so instead of jumping to Canada or Mexico, I went from LA to Taiwan, which is a really cool experience. Got to experience a bunch of different cultures over there, and the way they play the game is definitely a lot different. The pitchers over there throw a little backwards. It was definitely it took some getting used to because pitchers over here I'd start with the fastball and attack with the fastball and kind of throw off that. It was pretty much the opposite over there, so it took some getting used to, but it was a great experience, great learning experience, and I'm going to treasure it for the rest of my life.
Anything about Taiwan in particular that stuck out at you?
We were there quick. It was a quick little trip over there. Spent a little more time in Japan, but just the culture and the guys are awesome. We all enjoy playing baseball, and it was cool because they had some guys that were able to translate for us.
You didn't try any wild foods or exotic delicacies, did you?
We had some interesting food over there, that's for sure. There was some duck. I've never tried duck before, and I wasn't willing to try it over there either. But it kind of got me into some sushi, especially in Japan. It's the traditional Japanese restaurant. And sitting on the floor and everything like that. It was really cool, to see that culture and be able to enjoy it. But it kind of got me trying sushi, and I really like it now. So it was a good experience from that side as well. So.
Evan, Gary said at this day last year that you're the best defensive first baseman in the country. How has your game evolved since then? In what ways are you better now?
Baseball is a game of reps and consistency. So, the more reps you get, the better you get. I feel like there's, no point in time where you can't get any better. So getting that back out there and, getting more reps at first. And I'm able to play some outfield now too. So it's been good for me from a versatility standpoint, to get out there and be able to play multiple positions. But like I said, just, getting out there, getting the reps, it's been huge for us, myself individually.
Evan, Coach Midjohn said that he had to be brutally honest with players when he came in and address some things that needed change. As good a season as you're coming off of, what kind of feedback did you get that you need to add to your game?
We're just really working on consistency, and something that they kind of talked to me about from an early on standpoint is driving some more balls in the gap. I had a decent amount of doubles last year, but there's always room for improvement there, as well as driving the ball over the fence. So kind of knowing the situation, knowing when I need to drive guys in, or knowing when I need to just get on base from a single standpoint. So really it's kind of been with pitch selection, and early on in the count, if it's an outside fastball where I can just flick into right field and get on, knowing that situation from where another situation where I need to drive somebody in, or if we're down 2 runs and there's a guy on second and third, I need to drive the ball out of the ballpark and they throw me a pitch that I can do so, attack that instead of the fastball outside that I can just flick into right field. So just knowing situations and working on consistency. So.
Coach also talked about how you all embrace the change. the brutal honesty and all of that. Was it something that was easy from the start?
I feel like that's something we've done well, since I've been here. We're brutally honest with each other. We're always wanting to get better, so that's something I feel like we've been good at. But hearing from the coaching staff from, when they haven't really seen you much, it was definitely different. Because it's like, whoa, did you haven't even seen me play yet? You're kind of, coming at us. But, it was good for us. Got to learn from it. And, learn where, a new set of eyes where they see you. Because someone that, spends every day with you knows how, good you are. And, but someone that comes in for the first time and, sees you play for a week and, they judge you, it could be completely different from the person that sees you every day. So, it's good to see that. Good to hear that feedback as well. So it's been awesome for us.
You itching to get it going now? It's
I
getting so
can't wait.
close.
It's incredible. I mean, the fall, spring went by ridiculously fast. And, I'm sure the season will go by fast as well. But we're going to cherish it. Give it everything we got. And, hopefully change the culture of Kentucky baseball forever. So.
Edmund, what do you say to those who have concerns when they see your weekend pitching staff is gone? How do you feel about the staff? And has the last 8 months done anything to ease any concerns people might have, at least in your mind?
I would tell them just, wait and see. You got to get out there and compete. These guys have been awesome. They've gotten better each day, each week. Coach Bellinger's been absolutely awesome with the pitching staff. It's been really cool to see them get better throughout the fall and translate that into the spring. And you were able to tell, when we got back, the guys were working over, winter break, and it's awesome to see that. Guys got stronger, guys got more consistent, more feel with the fastball, stuff like that. So yeah, just wait and see. We're gonna prove some people wrong. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun, and we got a bunch of guys that compete. We got some young pitchers that are going to come out, and earn time on the mound, and SEC play, midweek starters, and stuff like that. But yeah, the pitching staff's been very impressive. They've gotten a lot better, especially Zach Loke's slider. It's something I've seen firsthand. It's gotten a lot better. It's definitely going to keep hitters up there this season. So.
How do you feel about opening against a program like North Carolina versus like an NAIA school that you can kind of ease into things?
I like it. It's something that it's going to be challenging for us, but we're going to come out on the attack and we're going to do everything we can to take a series from UNC, and I think that'd be a great start for the season. It's definitely going to be a learning curve for us. We're going to get in there and compete, like I said, but it's going to be good. It's going to be a challenge for us, but we like to compete, and I feel like that's the perfect opportunity to opening weekend against UNC at UNC. But it's going to be a fun one. We're going to, like I said, compete, get everything we got. So.
Coach mentioned that you were a fun tool player, and then he mentioned Tristan as well. How has he developed? Because I know he had such a hot start to last year as a freshman, but now how important is he, and how much has he improved over the fall and winter?
He's going to be huge for us. He's improved a lot from an eye standpoint at the plate. Last year it seemed like if he flicked a changeup up there at any point in time, he's going to swing at it, chase it. But he's got a lot better with that. He lays off pitches where it's like, how in the world do you lay off that? So he's been a lot better, a lot more consistent with the contact, stuff like that. But he's going to be huge for us. But it's been cool to see that growth, and he's continued to grow as the off season's progressed. So.
You may have answered this before I slid over.
My teammates for the last 4 years. These are some of the best friends that I'll have for my entire life. And I'm really proud to wear UK on my chest, and glad that I've been here for 4 years. Can't complain about anything, and I'm just looking forward to the last go around with these guys.
He says you guys need to get better a run and a half a game. He's been preaching that during the offseason. What are some ways in your role in particular, what can you do to help this team?
Yeah, so the coaches have been preaching that we need to get a run and a half better offensively and defensively. So what that means is we just need to be cleaner in the field. We need to make less errors, give people less bags, and hold them to fewer runs, obviously, and then score more runs. So by getting on base, getting over, advancing bases, getting guys in. And I think what the coaches have instilled in us every single day of practice, we work on, getting guys over, getting them in, 2-out RBI situations. We work on defensive plays every single day, and I think that's going to help us be a run and a half better on both sides of the ball. And I think that's going to ultimately allow us to win and go to the postseason.
You said a big reason for keeping Evan on first base is because of the confidence that the infielders have. And what is it like knowing Evan is playing first base?
Evan's the best infielder, best first baseman I've ever played with, that I've ever seen, really. So, it just gives you, overwhelming confidence over there that he's got your back, and that all your infielders can work as a unit together and just get the job done. But he's a great player, he's a great teammate, and I can't speak enough about him.
You mentioned trying to hold them to less bases and all that, and the defensive run and a half better.
Right.
What have you guys have you guys put that extra emphasis on defense this year?
Yeah, I think we all practice at different positions so that whatever happens during the season, we're going to be prepared for anything. We're going to know our position better than anybody can, and so every single day in practice, we're taking. We have a script of a certain amount of plays that we do, each day that are going to run us through backhands, forehands, slow rollers, high spin choppers, just anything that is going to show up in the game. We run through that every day in practice, and so defensively, I think we're definitely going to be a run and a half better. Potentially even more than a run and a half better, and then with that, if we can be a run and a half better offensively, then we're going to win a lot more games, and we're going to go to where we want to get to.
Talk about the chemistry that you and Riley have, especially because you'll probably be playing together, right? I'm sure. So what has that been like, especially over his struggles and your defensive abilities? How have you two sort of found that chemistry?
Bonded, yeah. So, this is my 4th year here. This is his 3rd. So, I've been here for all 3 years that he's going to have played here. So, we've really grown as teammates and grown as people, working together every single day, in the infield as a unit. And, my sophomore year, I struggled too. I had quite a few errors, and I know what it's like. So, I think for me and him to be working together, we both struggled, but we both overcome, and I think we keep moving up, and I think we're gonna have a really good year. We get along really well, and we've been great teammates to each other. So Riley's a great player, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play and grow as a player in person.